What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, payday. The Iceman Terence Bud Crawford, from bad businessman to the top money man in boxing. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This life before riches, huh? And I got the glitzy, run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, we're going to talk some boxing. We're going to chop it up. But as usual, we're not going to waste a lot of time. We're going to go straight to the videotape. We're going to go straight to the receipts. Check this out.
Okay, next question.
Just payday, payday. You want payday? I know that.
Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth.
Okay, so you saw that. That was Canelo Alvarez when he was called out by Demetrius Andrade, and he ducked him in broad daylight, as you saw yourself. He kept yelling, "Payday, payday! You won payday!" Well, the tables have turned, and now we see that Canelo, in a possible fight against the pound for pound king Terence Crawford, naturally, what is he asking for? Payday, payday, payday. So here we are, 180 degrees, right? So now, a lot of people in the boxing community, in the previous years, especially before the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, they were talking about how Terence Crawford is a bad businessman. He didn't know he don't know how to do business. They said that he had to leave Top Rank to get the fight with Errol Spence, which he did leave Top Rank. And after he leave Top Rank, and then he had a suit against Top Rank, the same people that had, told him to leave Top Rank. Oh, well, he left Top Rank and he's suing Top Rank, and that's bad business. He's not a good businessman. He doesn't know anything about business. And at the end of the day, now when we look back at that, we have to laugh. But right now, Terence Crawford, the Iceman himself, is the number one top money man in boxing, right? So Canelo can't get $100 million to fight anybody else but Terence Crawford. Okay, if he wants $100 million, he has to go to Terence Crawford. It's not that Terence Crawford has to go to him to get $100 million or whatever money Terence Crawford is asking for. Canelo has to go to Crawford to get that money if he wants it. Okay, and at the end of the day, it looks like he's using the money as an excuse. Basically, Canelo is overpricing himself because, at the end of the day, it looks like he's afraid to really fight Terence Crawford. That's what it comes down to. And, it doesn't really surprise me at the end of the day because we all saw what happened when Canelo fought Mayweather. He got beat every round. And more than likely, the same thing will happen if he fights Crawford. Okay? Now, there's a lot of people out there saying, Canelo is too big and, you know, he's going to knock Crawford out. I mean, at the end of the day, people, who has Canelo knocked out in the last couple of fights? No one. He couldn't even knock out Jamel Pussycat Charlo. Okay, at the end of the day, he couldn't knock him out. He chased him around the ring for 12 rounds and he dropped him once, but that was it. And same with Munguia. Okay, and we all saw what happened to Munguia in his last fight. He got knocked out with one punch, but Canelo couldn't knock him out, even though he dropped him. Couldn't finish him. So Canelo is not a finisher. Okay, and I don't see him finishing Crawford in that way, in any way, shape, or form. I just don't see it. I think Crawford will box circles around Canelo and probably stop him. You know, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go on record right now as saying that if they were to fight, I see Crawford stopping Canelo by the 11th round. Okay, so that's how I see that. So, Canelo has been doing a lot of dancing and shucking and jiving and excuses, making up all kind of excuses why he don't want to fight Crawford. Okay, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the money because it looks like Canelo fighting Crawford will be the end of Canelo's career. Okay, I think Crawford will probably retire this man, Canelo, and I think Canelo knows that. Canelo knows what he's up against. I mean, according to Canelo himself, Crawford is the number one fighter. I mean, Canelo himself has said that on more than one occasion. Okay, when they ask him about Crawford, when he's not including himself, that is. He say, oh, yeah, he said, well, are you talking about me or just Crawford? And they say Crawford. He said, well, Crawford is number one. But if you talk about me, I'm number one. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. So Canelo knows who he's facing, in Crawford, and all of this talk, about Crawford is too small. It's not that Crawford is too small. Why Canelo don't want to fight him? Okay, it's that he doesn't want to be. Canelo don't want to be. Does not want to be beaten. To be beat by a man that's as small as Crawford. I mean, what is going to look like on his record? So basically, Crawford is a threat to Canelo, and Canelo is basically saying, hey, if I'm going to fight a guy like that, the pound for pound king, then I'm going to need some kind of guarantees, just in case I lose. I'm going to need big money because if I lose, that's that's going to be a big blot on my career. Even though it wouldn't be a big blot because at the end of the day, I mean, Crawford is the pound for pound king. So getting beat by the pound for pound king is not really any shame. You just got beat. Okay, simple as that. Just like if Crawford loses to Canelo, there's no shame. He's losing to Canelo. Okay, so it goes both ways. But the Mexican pride and all of that, and Canelo is not exactly the bravest guy in the world. Okay, a lot of the guys he have fought in his career he fought them towards the end of their careers. Okay, when they was on the way out, basically, and he got victory over a lot of big name fighters that way. Okay, he fought when he did fight a fighter that was close to their prime in Mayweather. He lost. Okay, at the end of the day, and I believe that more than likely the same thing's going to happen with Crawford because I think Canelo has seen better days. Okay, and I mean, maybe he could be. I wouldn't say he's at his peak, but you never really know because it depends on who this guy is fighting. Okay, and he looks good against guys that's kind of iffy, but against top fighters, boxers, he never really did look good, even when he was in his quote unquote prime. Okay, so that's basically Canelo. He doesn't really look good against top fighters, that can box, move. And in the case of Crawford, you're looking at the pound for pound king. So he's anticipating having a lot of trouble with Crawford. But I don't think Crawford is going to run from Canelo. I think he's going to box him, and I think that when Canelo misses, he's going to make Canelo pay. So it should be a great fight, an interesting fight, really. So, I hope that Canelo actually takes this fight, because this fight is good for boxing. It's the biggest money, one of the biggest money fight, if not the biggest money fight that Canelo will be involved in. I think maybe he got a lot of money I don't know how much he got for the Mayweather fight, but I'm pretty sure he got a lot of money. But I think he's going to get more money for this fight. Okay, I'm pretty sure of it. So in that previous fight, Mayweather got the most of the money. So in this fight, Canelo would get a lot of money. And, by the fact that Canelo is saying that he has to get paid big money to fight Crawford just tells you how he actually feels about Crawford, so it doesn't really add up what he's saying that Crawford is too small. That doesn't, and he's not going to get any credit. Of course, he's going to get credit. Crawford is the pound for pound king. If you can beat Crawford, that's a huge feather in his cap. He could almost, not get rid of the Mayweather win, but it'll balance it out at the end of the day. And really deep down, I think that Canelo is actually afraid of Terence Crawford. He's afraid of the Iceman. And, at the end of the day, I can't really blame him because, the Iceman don't play. So, so Canelo knows what he's up against. You know, he knows what he's up against in Crawford. You know, but you know the thing about the whole Crawford and the money thing is that, you know, like I said, all of these people, you know, in the YouTube boxing community was always up on Crawford about his business practices and what he was doing and how he wasn't a good businessman. You all know them, Fannin, Blue Blood, Champside, all these guys. But Ego, they were all up on Crawford about how his business wasn't good and he didn't know what he was doing business-wise. And look at it now. Who's the top money man in boxing? If you want money and you want to make money, who do you have to go to get the big fight? You got to go to Crawford. And, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that's how things are sometimes. And, you know, things work out funny sometimes. But, yeah, Crawford, I'm hoping that this fight comes off with him and Canelo Alvarez. You know, I hope Canelo don't keep running from Crawford. It's starting to look pretty bad. Hopefully they're in negotiations. You know, maybe secret negotiation. They're not going to do too much talking. I mean, I'm not saying that's what's going on, but I'm hoping that's what it is, because if Canelo continues to duck Crawford, it's always going to be on his record that he ducked Crawford. That's never going to be, you know, it's always going to be, you know, a part of his record, you know, that he ducked the pound for pound king Terence Crawford. And this is the, you know, we're talking about the most money you probably will ever make in a fight. And, you know, the fight that's the biggest in boxing for legacy and bragging rights and for the money, okay? It's the biggest fight in boxing right now, okay? And, you know, if Canelo is smart, he'd take this fight. But, you know, at the end of the day, I guess he's, you know, he might be trying to protect his legacy. He doesn't want to lose. And if there's anybody that can beat Canelo, it's Iceman Terence Bud Crawford. So with that said, let's see what, you know, how everything's going to play out. Hopefully this fight comes to fruition and we can all get to see it. Again, it'll probably be it would be the biggest fight in boxing in the past decade, probably. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.
Got the money for marriage, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That's life before riches, huh? And I got the glaze, you run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.